Pentagon. I can see you, sir. Ah, why not, man? It's up to me. Pentagon going to this side. Well. Little Mal has a problem with this looks. You need to send me down, mini god. Alright. We dey go start right now. Straight away. Okay. Hello and how are you? My name is Muhindo and we're going to do our seventh lecture of creating a complete hotel management system using plain PHP, MySQL, and HTML. So we always do 40 minutes, so you can see our timer has started. So without wasting much time, let's go straight into our today's business. So you can see I've already opened our project. This there. Then after I have opened the project in the browser as well, so you're familiar with this. So I was creating the 7th video yesterday and I got some challenge and I lost the recording. However, I've done a lot of things. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to explain how you can reach this level so we can proceed together, right? Yeah. So first things first, in the previous lecture, we were able to have this, creating new category and being able to upload the category with photos. We were able to do that. So in this lecture, we want to finish this lecture, the section of listing. We're going to begin with the listing or displaying the table of categories. So I'm going to explain this step by step. So if you come here to categories, admin room categories.php, you'll be able to see a list of categories. Okay, it is there, a list of categories. And then I'm going to explain how I came up with this list. So first things first, so if you come to your admin room category, you'll be able to see the first tag that we created. So on top of this tag, I'm going to create a page section. You remember this variable, we substitute in the header to stand for this page section. So I'll go ahead and say page section to be room categories, and then I say page title to be categories list. So this is the section and then this is the title. And we know this is being substituted in this admin header, dashboard header. It is being substituted here, okay? It's being substituted in this section. I think we did this logic together in the previous videos. Alright, so after doing so, I go ahead and sorry, I'm not in the right category. This admin room categories. Create this admin room categories. Okay. So after doing so, I go ahead and select the list of categories. So I'll just simply say room categories and then say db select, and then I pass the table of categories that I want to collect from there. So by doing so, it will bring for me the list of categories. So you can as well do so. So here I'll be able to get the list of what of categories that in our table. Then after doing so, I come and create here a row. Okay, just let me remove this and this is how I did it. So I create a div of a row. Okay, then after creating a div of a row, I create another div of col 12. Let me show you. So this is inside this div of col 12. After creating a div of col 12, I go ahead and create a card. So a div that has a class of a card. So you can see how I created that. So inside that class of a card, I go ahead and put the first child, which is going to be a class of h5, okay, and has a title card header. So inside this card header, we go ahead and put our button. Okay, this can as well be a div. Okay, so in this inside it we put a button, which is the link of creating new category. Okay, a link to create new category. You're already familiar with that. Then after doing that, next to it, I go ahead and put another div. Let me remove this one and you see it. So after that, okay, after this, I go ahead and create another div. And then in this div, I give it a class of what? Of card body. So I'll show you how it looks like. So that is card body. So if I come and refresh here, you'll see that we are having something like this, okay? Card body like that. So after doing so, I go ahead, I proceed and create now a table. So a table, to create a table is straightforward. Just simply go ahead and create a table tag. After putting the table tag, then go ahead and put the table body. I mean the classes. So it will have a class of table, and this is table stripped, table bordered, and then table hover, and then table clickable. I can remove this clickable like this, okay? And then I give this table my class of category tables. I give it an ID of category tables. So that is the ID that I give this table. So now next to that table, I go ahead and put now the table header. Let me explain this. So I go ahead and create a table header, and this table header, it has a tr, meaning the table row, and these table rows are going to have category name, category template, photo, and the details, and then the actions. Okay, that is our table header. So after creating a table header, I go ahead and create now the table body. So the table body, I'm just looping through the rooms that I collected from here. I loop through them. So when I loop through them, I get this category, and then I create a tr inside there. So you see how I wrote my for each loop. Just say for each, and then I put the category, and then I'll go ahead and end for each like this, end for each. You can do that kind of a style. Just put a colon here, and then end for each like this. Alright, so I go ahead and say tr, and then this is table row. I go ahead and display the category name, and then the template, and then so the image. So the image is uploads, okay, uploads, and then I go ahead and open the PHP tag next to this upload, and display and put, or I echo there the category of the image. You see how I echo like this, and then after I go ahead and give this image an alternative. This is optional, and then I give it a class of thumbnail, and then after I go ahead and say and display, so and close this and close the tag. So by doing so, it will be able to display our image on the screen. So you can pause the video and see how I did that. It is very possible, and it will be able to display image on the screen. So after doing so, I go ahead and display the details. However, these details you can as well skip them, but if you want, you can display them. And then after, I go ahead and put the edit button. So in the table, in the column of actions, I go ahead and put the edit button. Okay, this link we're going to revise it, and then I also go ahead and do it and put the delete button. So I'll end up with something like this. So we have the tables, the template, and then the edit button, and then the delete button. All right. So after doing so, we go ahead. So after doing that, so in the shell fish creating the table. So however, we did not stop from there. So the next thing that we did, we had to add what? We had to add the data tables. So data tables is a library of, data tables is how should I call it? Is a package, or it is an extension, or it is a library that is made of JavaScript that will help to organize your table and help you to handle it if it is in form of data. Okay, you can be able to search, you can be able to sort your table. For example, you see here, I'm able to search lively. You see, I can be able to search. For example, I search the hard room that has hard people. You see, I'm able to search. Okay, you see, I'm able to search. All right, so that is the power of data tables. So to add data tables, first of all, you may need to come here to learn about data tables. So go ahead and say Bootstrap data tables. Okay, so Bootstrap data tables, you'll see the first search result, which is talking about data tables. So when you click on these data tables, you'll be able to see much more about these data tables and what they can possibly do. You can turn on the light mode, something like that. You see, you'll be able to learn about these data tables and see what they can do. So to do them, it's just simple. You just create a HTML like this one with your data and give it an ID, and then after importing these CDNs, you go ahead and do what? You go ahead and initiate the data table like this. Okay, so that's how you initialize a data table. So let us see. So I have already the JavaScript. The package that I shared with you. It comes with data tables, so you can go ahead and include them here in this format. However, you can also as well search the data tables. You can also as well search about the data tables, and then instead of doing the other side, you can as well include this JavaScript. Okay, this JavaScript, and make sure they are doing what? They are loading. So after including that JavaScript, you can go ahead and include their CSS. So their CSS is here on their website. This second thing, the third thing, sorry, the data table dot CSS. Okay, here. Okay. This second one, the one that you include there. Okay, this one. So alright. So if I do so, let me go ahead and include it here on top. Maybe next to the header here. Show you. So I've included, can come and include here also the CSS from there. Alright. So now to initialize the data table, we just simply say script and then put the ready listener. When the document is ready, we go ahead and say category tables. So remember, this is the ID that we gave to our table. So you just say $sign and then put hash. Hash means that you're referencing an ID, and then say category table, and then you put data tables. And that's all you need to get started with what? With data tables. So if you imported the JS properly, if you have either used the external one or the one that I shared with you, and then do this step of initializing it. So if you did it successfully, you can simply come here on the data table, and then you'll be able to have such kind of a table. So that's what we literally did in the previous lecture. So I hope you can follow the videos very slowly, and then to see that you can achieve this. So right, so we proceed. So the next thing that we're going to do right now is to enable the edit button. Okay, so we want the user to be able to edit. Okay, we want the person to be able to edit. So to do so, I'm going to all right, so let's see. Okay, so there we go. Now we want to be able to edit and also delete. So once you finish the whole code here, it will be simpler for us to do what? To present these things online. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do right now. All right, just a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me come. I hope Duncan you're following. Duncan, are you following?
Yes, I'm following, sir.
All right, give me some few minutes. I come back. Just 2 minutes.
Okay.
All right. Let's resume our business. Okay, now let's make this edit button to work. Let us do that logic of edit button to work. Okay. So to make this edit button to work, what you're going to do, what you're going to do, you're going to link this edit button with a create page, with a create button, okay, with a create link. So let's see how we do that, so we can use the same form in the same place. So to do that, get that button, then get that link, come to where there is edit. Okay, so come to edit. So edit button is here, you've seen it. So I'm just going to get the same link for create, and I put there edit. You see the link for creating. Okay, this link for creating, okay, is the one that I'm going to put in the same section of edit. Okay, so just simply come here, say admin room create. Okay, and then I also change this one, admin room create. Okay, however, the difference that is there right now, we're having a question mark id equals to, okay, so id equals to, then the product, I mean the id of an item that we are focusing on right now, and then I put the button of edit. So here it means that you are just passing the id of an item that we're going to edit through the gate. Okay, through the gate. All right. So let's see. So if I come here, back to our rooms, I refresh. Now if I move my mouse over there, hope you can see the link. You just watch this space here in the bottom. Watch that space. So if I move my mouse over the edit, you can see that space where I've told you to watch. It is pointing at admin, room categories, create. I create the PHP question mark. Okay, so it means that you're setting the get variable. id equals to 3, and this one id equals to 1, and this one id equals to 1, this one id equals to 2. So if I click on this one, edit, you see it is taking me to this section. However, we are not seeing any difference here. The only difference that we are seeing is in the link. So meaning that only the ID has been sent to this side. So right now what you're going to do, we are going to get this ID and see and get the product that is being edited. So we put its values here. Okay, that's what we're going to do right now. So to do so, I'll come here to our create button, which is here, create. I'll come back there, and then I'll go ahead and do what? I'll go ahead so I'll come here to the create. Okay, so I'll come here to the here after post, in fact. Okay, after post here. Okay, so I'll come here after header. I'll come here. So what I'm going to do in this create file, I'm going to check if this time someone is editing. So this file is going to do two things at once. The first thing it will be doing when someone is adding a new category. The second thing that will be doing it will be doing when someone is editing. So I have to differentiate the two. The difference is when someone is editing, we are setting the ID here in the get variable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to first create a boolean here. I say easy editing and make it false by default. After the footer here, I say is editing and make it false by default. So I'm going to check when can someone be editing. I can only check that by saying if is set, and then I pass the get super global variable of ID. If you set the ID, then I get the ID, the product that is being edited like this. The category that's being edited like this. So I have the ID. So after getting the ID, but still I need to get that particular item that is being edited. So to get it, I can say category equals to db select, and I pass categories, and then I say ID equals to ID. So I'll go ahead and check if I'll just, let me first echo here, echo a pre-tag and see if this thing has come. Okay. And then do whatever has come from the database. You see? So I'm getting this from the database. So if I come and refresh, you see that okay, our array is not okay. So let's see, db select. So I put here where, and then we go ahead and what is the query? Unknown array in where clause. Or the query is supposed to be an SQL. I mean, sorry, in fact, a SQL. So I just simply put this. So where I go ahead and say where ID equals to ID, like this. Okay. So I know the ID that I've got in the get, I'm passing it here. Okay, let me go ahead and refresh now. You'll see that this is the product that is coming, but it is being brought back as what? As an array. So how about if we create a function that will be responsible for just searching things by ID? So we can just call that function, and it brings us something that we're expecting on only one instance, because this one is bringing what? An array. So we have to check if the array is not empty. So I think we can have a function that can do that for us. So I'll come back to our functions and create a function called find. Okay, so this is db select. So I can create another function. I can call it find, or I can say db find. Okay, so this function can take a table and ID, or unique identifier. Okay, so it can be doing the other thing for us. So it can just simply doing so it will be getting just data. Okay, it will get for us the data, so it's going to be db select, and then it passes here the table. Remember, this is in functions file. We are creating it in function files. It passes the table that has been provided, and then it says ID equals to ID. Okay, so it will go ahead and check if count of this data is greater than 0. It returns that data. Else it should return null. So this one will be doing for us the searching of a specific item by ID. Okay, we've called this db find. So in this case, instead of doing this, can just pass here db find, and in this second section we give it what? We give it what it should find. Okay, or we can just simply okay, let's run be fetching something by an ID. Okay, so it will be getting something by ID and return you the first thing. So the only thing that we shall be doing, we shall be checking if it is null or not. So if I come and refresh here, you see that we don't have a null. Okay, so we can check here and see if DB is not null. So if this category is not null, then we can just say now category is editing. So you say editing is true when the category is not null. So we know this DB find, if something is not found by ID, it will return a what? It will return a null. Okay, so we check if it does not return a null, we do what? We enable, we say now it is editing. So the word has changed now to do what? To editing. Okay, so we can even do this thing on top here. Here on top, here on top, we are doing it on top, actually on top. So we can now come here and check if is editing, then we can update the page title, editing room, and then maybe I can put the ID room, and then I put the ID there. Okay, so here editing room category, and then I put the ID if it is editing. So maybe to be well formalized, so the ID of an item we can put here and make it what? And make it null. And also maybe you can also come there and put the category and make it null, so they can always be defined. So you can pause and look at that logic that I've done, which is very useful. So in simple terms, right now we now have the category that is being edited. So if I come and refresh right now, you'll see that we are having here editing room category like this. Okay, so that is very nice. That is very nice. Now the next thing that we want to do right now is that when you're editing, the values have to be what? Have to be placed in this form by default. Okay, so how can we do that? We can either do that by coming here and pass them through this, okay, or we can simply manipulate the session and pass them through what? Through the session. Okay, one way of doing it, I'll come here to category and then come here. So for example, the name, put comma and then pass value. So you see how we pass the value. So value, we just simply check. Let me explain this. So in this name input, I just say value. So I put if is editing, I pass category and the value. Otherwise, I pass an empty thing. I hope you understand that. If is editing, I pass the value of the category name. Else, I pass nothing. So it means that if you're creating, it will give nothing. If it's editing, it will give you the value of editing. So if I come and refresh here, you'll see that now the value is automatically being substituted here. You see? So we are editing this room and the value has been substituted there, and that is very nice. Let's do the same for the template. So template, come here. Go ahead and say value, template. Do the same thing. So let's refresh. Beautiful. You see, template number 2 has been selected. That is very nice. Okay. So for the photo, of course, you cannot select it before automatically. However, we shall see how we are going to come about it. Then you come to details. Then you come to details. Details. Here, input text area. Go ahead and put the value and do the same thing. So if I come and refresh, you'll see that everything is beautiful. So if I go back to our rooms, maybe in this room categories, we can put back the link. Okay, let's put back the link. Let's put back the link of that can take you back. Okay, the link that can take you back. We can make this section to be clickable. Let's go to the header. Okay. So we have this page title. Okay. So page section. Maybe you can also put page section link. Okay, section link. So let us come here on this. I'll come here and press enter. See that? Alright, okay, let's add another one. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay. As a section underscore link. So section link, I make it in small letters here. However, that have to be coming through the page, I can make it in capital letters. So I update it from here like this. Alright. So now I come to, I remember I'm in the header, I come to the section. This is our section. Okay. So instead of having just span, I can surround it with an anchor tag. Okay, this section here, in this section, so I can just simply say anchor tag and I put there the link. So this page section text, I put here in between the link here. Alright, so if I come and refresh, you'll see that the room categories is clickable. Okay. Now let's go ahead and pass the page link, the section link here. So I'll come to room categories create here. So section link, I can just simply say $sign equals to admin categories. Okay, admin room categories. That is the section link. Okay, whereby someone can click to go back. So if I refresh, if I click back here, you see it takes me back to the room categories. Okay. That is nice. So if I want to edit this, I just simply click on edit, and everything is fed there by default. Now lastly, I want to display the image of that maybe product, something like that. We can display it. So let us come into category photo. Category photo here. We just check if is edit. Okay. So just simply say just comment here if is edit display photo. Okay, so you just simply check there. So you see if is edit, I go ahead and add another column there, and then I go ahead and display the photo. You know how to display the photo, we've already discussed this. So you see that. Alright, so if I come and refresh here, now when it is edit, you see the category photo comes here. Okay, the category photo comes. Okay, or what you can do, these two, you can put them in their column. So you can make this one. Let me show you. Come here to div. Yeah, alright. So you can make this one to be 8. Yeah. So create a class of row. So you see this is next to the other row. This is next to this first row, and then create another row that will be having the photo in case there's an edit. So if I come and refresh, you'll see I have this thing. Okay. Okay, so I can come here and also make this one a little bit bigger. So it can be maybe 8. So 8 plus 4, that's 12. So you see, there we go. So a photo is there if the photo is already existing. So you can put the link, maybe delete photo, and do that logic. Okay, so there we go. Now I want to put the logic of actual updating. Okay, of actual updating. When someone is updating, we shouldn't create a new what? We shouldn't create a new, we shouldn't insert, we should just do the actual updating. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so to do so, it means that when you're going to send a post, that will be another different request. So it means that when you're going to send this post, we have to somehow notify the receiver or the post that's going to receive this, that hey, this time we are editing, we are not creating. So it can insert, it can update instead of what? Instead of inserting. You getting? That's what we want to do right now. Okay? So what we shall do, we shall just come here and hide. We shall just create a hidden field and put our ID there. So so I'll come to our page title. I'll come to our form. After coming to the form, on top here, check if is editing and hide ID in the form. So that is the power of Copilot. So I can just tell you what I want it to do for me. So you see it is there. So I'm saying if is editing, okay, I put if. This is how you do the if, and you say end if like this. So if it is editing, it's good to create for me a hidden, an input with the type of hidden, and then put there the ID, and then put there the value, of the category that is being hidden. So if I come and refresh here, you'll see everything is okay. Now if let me I can say maybe edit ID so that you can be able to identify clearly. So let me make this one to be text so you can be able to see what is happening in background. Okay. So if I come and refresh right now, you'll see that the item is there. So if I hide it, it will be there, but it will be hidden. Okay. So that is what I want to do when it is editing. Alright. So we are going to go do now the post. We are going to check if it is editing from the post now. Remember, this has a name of editing. So I'll come to the post. So check the method is posting. So we can do the logic of edit from top here before you proceed to insert. You can as well do that. Okay. So let's check here the method and check if it's editing. So I can say if. So I can just simply put here. Okay, let's first validate. Make sure that everything is coming. If there is new image, the new image is uploaded. So here when you are about to insert, I'll check if it's editing or if it is inserting. So check if is editing. So I'll do that and Copilot will do it for me. So it will either be this or the other one. Okay. So I can just simply scan if post of edit is set, I'll do that. Else I'll do the insert. Come and put this one in the insert. Okay. So let's go through this. So it's going to be ID, we get the ID of an item, then you get the categories. Okay. So here on the side of photo, we might first check if the photo is set or it's not set. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to first have a data and keep this in the data. Okay, get this data, I'm cutting it and put it in the data. So I'm going to remove this variable photo to make sure that at least to change a photo, there must be a photo that is submitted. So I'll check if the image is uploaded. I check if this photo is null. Can add there some other conditions, and the photo is not empty. Then I'll go ahead and say data and I add there the photo. Remember, this photo is not uploaded successfully, it will remain null. Okay, so this is how it uploads the photo. Still remember. So I'll check if the photo is not null. Okay, I'll go ahead and do what? I'll go ahead and do what? And update this photo from here. I'll add it to the data. That's why I have to separate the data. If there's a new photo, I'll go ahead and first check it is there, and then I add it to that. Otherwise, I'll not change the photo that I had to avoid data loss. Then I'll come this data and pass it here. So the update, we have not created it. So we're going to create the update. So to create the update method, we're going to be receiving the ID, the data, and the where condition. Let's do that. So we shall come back to our functions, the functions file. I'll come and do here, we can call it db update. Oh my god. Alright, so I'll come here and check. Okay, so we're going to do db update, that it will receive the table, to receive table, data, and where condition. Alright, so let's do that. So Copilot will do it for us. Okay? So it will get the connection, get the fields that are going to be updated. So it look through these fields. Okay? Then after, it trims them. However, here we do not do. Alright? You do some escape. Let us do this escape here. Alright, so where is it? So let's go back to update. Alright, so here this is the escape. Let's just do like the way we did here. Alright, so then we go back to update and explain. Alright, so we get the connection, we get the field. So this field's just going to be empty, and then the value is going to be MySQL. We pass the connection and then the value, and then we put it here. So we're updating the value to escape. Okay. So when it finishes, we trim. Okay, we get the fields, we trim them like this. We reverse them, so this comma should disappear at the end. Okay, and then we go ahead and say SQL equals update table, and then it says set fields where ID equals to. So this where condition, so table, let's get the table ID. Okay, let's be updating where the ID and then the data. I think that's fine. So here the ID is that. All right, and then we do the result. So if it successfully does it, so we query it. Okay, we run the query. Okay, so if it successfully does it, we return true. If it fails, we return false. So you can pause the video and see how I've written the update SQL. Okay, now let's go ahead and execute it. So come here, db update, we pass the table, pass the ID, and then we pass the data. And remember, this is how we organize the data. So we can actually put the where and see if it successfully did so or not. So if it successfully updates, it will go ahead and say success, room updated successfully, and then return back the person to the room categories. So if it fails, it will keep those on the same page. Let's put this one here, right? Something like that. Okay, so you can pause the video and look at this very carefully. Okay, this is when we are updating. Alright, let's go ahead and now try to change. So let me add 3 full stops on this name of the category I submit. You see, updated successfully, and you see the 3 stops has come. I hope you can see that. That is very powerful. If I refresh, the message will disappear. You see that? If I come and change this, I put it maybe Bangalore. That is spelling of Bangalore. I update. You see, Bangalore has come. All right. I can go ahead and let's add the photo to this. Click there. There's no photo. Let's go ahead and select some photo. Let's take that one. Submit. You see, the photo has come. So our edit is working, and that is so beautiful. Alright, so our time is up. Our time is up. I did not see that. Alright, our time is up. So our edit is working. I think we can use 1 minute just to finish with the delete. So when you come back here, we just go straight to the products. So let's finish the delete. So the delete is going to just be keeping on the same page, but it's going to have like the delete action there. Okay. So let's look at the delete. So you've seen the update, the edit button. Watch very carefully, try to understand everything so you can be able to achieve what you've done. So this is the update method. You can watch it very carefully. Right? And remember, these functions, you can use them in any kind of project. So let's do what? Let's conclude with the deleting. Our time is up. So I'll come to room categories. I come to update. Sorry, room categories. This is the one. So the edit, we have finished it. Now let's work to the what? To the delete. Okay. So I'm going to come here, and then we're going to keep it the same. I can even just make this one to be stroke. Let's just get the same link. The same link. Same link, room categories. Then I say delete. Okay? So just say delete, and then we pass the ID of something that should be deleted. Alright? Delete, and then we pass what it should be deleted. So I save. I come and refresh, everything is fine. So if I click on delete, so you'll see that the delete, it is telling us the same thing, but there's a delete in the action there on top there. Alright? So let's go ahead and now come on top here and see if we see what is need to be deleted. Okay, on top there. So I'll go ahead and check if if is set. So I'll go ahead and say check if delete is set. Alright, so I'll go ahead and say if delete is set. You see, if is set, and then we see delete, then we go ahead and get the ID, and then we do the db delete. So you have to first here require functions once. Okay, require function files once. So let's go ahead and write the db delete function very fast. Come here on top. We can come here to the where we have our database functions. Let's do db delete. So simple as that. So you just simply say db delete, connect what and what. Yeah. So you can pause the video. It's just delete from here where ID is good. Something like that. Doesn't need much. So you can pause the video and look at this. So I think that's it. So db delete, we pass there the delete, and then pass the message. Room was deleted successfully, and then we turn back to the rooms. However, you may need to delete also the image that is associated to this room, room category, something like that. So let's first, for example, let's first get the room. Okay, maybe we shall do this in the next episode, but for now, you can do that. Let's save. Okay, let's do it right now. So let's get category, and then we check. You remember we have db file. So if the category is not found, we just put danger and then turn back. It was not found. Then let's check delete the photo. Check if it has photo and delete them. So I check if photo is not null and link it. So this is how you delete a file. So I can even first check if the file is existing. Check if file is existing. Okay. So I get the file. I go ahead and check if file exists. This is how you check if file exists in PHP. And then if it's existing, I delete it. Alright. Yeah. So let's see. Now right now we have like this file here. Now we're going to try to delete this room category. So let me take you back and you look at this function properly. Yeah, so there it is. It's the db delete. So you check if the guest has delete on top here. You just do that. You can look at that function very properly. All right, let's go ahead and delete. So click on delete. Yeah, it has been deleted successfully. So if you come back, you see the photo of the other beautiful lady is gone because it has been deleted. So you had there 5 photos, one has been gone. So that's how you delete photos. You just use unlink. You say unlink and then the photo will be deleted. All right, so that's how you delete things. Okay, let me take you to the function again and you see it is here. The logic is on top here. All right, yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to upload this video unless there's a question. If there is not any, see you in the next lecture tomorrow. So you guys keep practicing. We have to keep all the energy there. So by the end of this month, we should be somewhere. That is how you get the knowledge. Otherwise, there's no shortcut. So you guys should really practice. Don't give up. Just finish all the videos, repeat them 3 times, and see if you will not understand these things. You'll be able to come up with your own ideas, because this is just all about understanding them. All right, see you in the next lecture. Goodbye.